For the last 5 years, September 30th has been celebrated as International Podcast Day. Did you know? This celebration allows podcasters, podcast listeners, and enthusiasts an opportunity to connect, whether you're a podcaster or considering becoming one. We have Bob LaFaro from the LaFaro Insurance Agency here now to talk about possible exposures as well as insurance solutions to this type of broadcasting. Bob, good to see you again. As an insurance counselor, where do you begin when counseling someone who's getting into the practice of podcasting? Because, a lot of the rules about what you say and don't say about people, they're still in effect.
Absolutely, John. And one of the greatest areas of coverage concern for any broadcasting operation would be the possibility of facing allegations of libel and slander. So those two terms are used interchangeably, but libel is considered a written form of defamation through any form of physical communication which results in harming someone's reputation, causing humiliation, or injuring one's profession. Example might be something as simple as posting a harmful review online. Slander, on the other hand, is defamation that occurs through verbal communication. Although broadcasts are generally considered libel, because they reach a larger audience, similar to like a printed publication.
Okay, so what solutions do you recommend for somebody who's in the field or maybe considering broadcasting their own podcast? Because more and more people, this is really taking off.
Right, so we use a coverage form that dates back to the 1930s, which is referred to as media liability or communications liability. There actually may be some people in broadcasting who believe they're already protected because they carry commercial general liability, which normally does provide personal injury protection for libel and slander. But the problem is the standard liability form excludes media or internet type businesses for these specific coverages. And with a media liability, although no two products are the same, in addition to providing protection for defamation, you'll also see coverage for damaged reputation, infringement of rights of privacy, plagiarism, copyright infringement, emotional distress, and even accusations of unfair competition.
For anyone who chooses to do this as a, say a hobby versus a business, would they be able to find protection under a homeowner's policy, something they already have?
Great question, Con. And some of the better policies are endorsed to include personal injury protection, which would respond to different types of libel and slander accusations. In fact, the number of plaintiffs in the Bill Cosby case, due to a statute of limitation for assault, filed defamation instead. The homeowner carrier was dragged in, and although they denied and fought it, a federal court ruled that they had to provide defense. One of the biggest problems, however, with relying on personal liability coverage for podcasting is the homeowner's exclusion for any business pursuits, even allowing some advertising on your post sites to help subsidize costs. That could even result in an interpretation of business usage.
I would imagine. Okay, let's wrap it up. Any last comments? Any thoughts we need to go over before we're done here?
Sure. So more people are listening to podcasts than ever before. So anyone who's interested, now's the time to begin. However, with the growth of internet, individuals are facing similar exposures to those of large media firms. Therefore, make sure you meet with a local agent, share with them what you're considering, and they can do evaluation of your situation and provide the best coverage recommendations.
Yeah, just don't go into it shooting from the hip, right?
Exactly.
All right, Bob LaFaro from the LaFaro Insurance Agency discussing podcasting and personal liability. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Sean.